All right, this video is going to show us how to build a couple invoices once they get scanned in by the technicians. When you first open up ShopMonkey, it'll take you to the dashboard. We're going to go over here to workflow. And then right here in our DER column, that's where everything will be that gets scanned in by the technician. So we're going to come down here, click on the very last one. We can see right here in the comments, this one was just in for a grease. If it does not have a customer up here, which it should, but this one is one of Cedar Point's heavy haul. So we select heavy haul. Now right here, we don't know who scanned it in quite yet, but if we go to summary, we can scroll down and then it says Tucker, created an order. So we know this one goes to Tucker. So we're going to come here to search services, type in grease. We'll do a full grease. If it says inspection and grease, we'll add this one, but we're just going to do the full grease now. We add the service. Once it's added, you can click out of this window. Come down here. You can either type it in there or scroll to the bottom, give it to Tucker. He got it completed, and that is that's how you build that one. These little ones are really, really easy. We made a deal with Cedar Point that we're going to take off the shop supplies. So we're going to do that, and it's just going to be the $33.75. Once you're done here, you need to make sure that we add a service rider. That way both of these assignments are 2 for 2, 2 of 2. Then we're going to go to the DER workflow section and then drop it all the way down to ready to roll. Now this part we're still working on, but you can double check that everything's correct here. Click next. If it does not have the miles, then we have to go to Samsara real quick. Type in 110. I'm doing this on a different computer, but then it'll tell me the miles, and then I can add that in. So we're looking at 33,686, and then we save and convert to invoice. Then that moves it over to. It'll automatically jump it from this column all the way over to our invoice column, and then it's ready to get billed out. So let's do one more. It'll be 108. All of these are going to be greases except for maybe this one. So we're going to click this guy. Perfect. I don't have the prices for these, but I can show you what it is. This one we don't have as a canned service. So we go in and click new service. And then this is actually going to be a bunk heater service. Again, we need to add the customer if they didn't. Typically, it'll bring up the actual customer, and this one's Cedar Point over the road. And then we can just follow on these how it goes. I'm not going to put the prices in, but once I have the prices, I'll put those in. But you'll get the gist of it. So first of all, it took an hour and a half. We need to figure out who did it. Scroll down, Carson Scott. So go back to services, assign the technician, Carson 1.5. It is complete. And then when you have the invoice next to you, it's pretty simple. You just put the part. So we'll do new glow plug or glow plug. When you do this, the invoice will have a part number. So we're going to pretend it's 1, 2, 3, 4. The vendor Again, it'll be on the invoice, but this one will be from Premier Truck Group, quantity 1, or however many that it was. The cost, I'm just going to say that this one is $60 just for practice. And then when you do that, you can either set your price, but what we like to do is come down here on the right and go to our markup, hit 50, and that automatically sets our price. We want to build in a margin so that way we can be a little bit more profitable. And we do that on pretty much all parts is 50, unless it's like over 150, $200. Then I like to drop it down to either 35 or 25, whatever we think that would be fair. So we have a screen, so we're going to add another part. Again, we'll put the part number 1235. This is going to be Premier as well. The reason that this is important is if we ever have a warranty issue, we know, oh, our glow plug went bad. Who do we get from? Oh, Premier. Okay. Screen, we're going to say $5. Whoops. $5. Again, scroll down here. Click on the 50. One more part was a new gasket. One, two, three, six. Premier again. Quantity 1. Gasket is $10. Scroll down. Hit 50%, and then we have our invoice totally built. Each invoice I guess each invoice should have a shop supply of 35. That does not mean each service. Let's say on this truck, we also did an inspection. We would have a bunk heater service, and then we would add an OTR inspection. But we only want to have one of these 35 shop supplies on there per invoice. So we didn't do it. We didn't do that. So I'm just going to delete it. Again, come up here. We can add a service rider. You'll see that this will be 205. For some reason, you have to reassign all these. If you do this, it automatically does it for you. So you just have to reassign it. And then we know that Carson did this whole service. And McKay was the one who built the invoice. That's how you build the invoices. It's really not too hard as long as you have the invoice next to you. Something else that we need to do to keep it flowing to QuickBooks is if I click on this line item, scroll all the way down, and then you come down here and put what labor it is. So this one's mechanical because it's at 135. If it was a wash, it would be wash. If it's tires, it's tires. If it's polish, it's polish. So you do that with there. And then also with this, what we do is we scroll all the way down, and this one will have different ones. Most of the time it's going to be either parts or trailer. Truck or trailer. This one all goes into the truck. So then as soon as this gets billed out by Cedar Point, all of that info goes right over to QuickBooks, and we know that what we got charged for, we know that what our cost is on the service. So then last button, go here, click ready to roll. I don't know if this one is going to have, I'm not going to switch it over to ready to roll because I need to get the actual ones. But again, just for purposes, look that over, make sure it looks good. Go next, put in the odometer, save and convert to invoice. It's pretty simple.